Exactly. Nice and clean, and nobody ever suspects a thing. Well, at least that's what I thought. I must have gotten careless.
You mentioned the sum purged to the Azraelian. What do you mean by that?
Do you really want me to go into detail? This witch hunter, as he styles himself, is nothing more than a murderer. He and his order were part of a massacre, which puts even what the order did to the Blood Moon rebels to shame. But of course, he will tell you a different story. They always do.
Alright. So, what now?
Well, as I see it, there are two ways of ending this. Number one, you give me the painting. I take care of our talking friend in there, and we both live happily ever after. Number two, you make a mistake.
So, you'll probably kill off what's left of him then?
Correct.
Okay. And I guess in your case, living happily ever after means you go on murdering nobles.
Probably, but we'll see about that. I'm old. And, truth be told, it doesn't feel as satisfying anymore.
Alright, take the painting.
It is. Believe me. So, that's it.
Alright, so now what?
Well, I assume thanks are in order, aren't they? For a moment, I really thought you would listen to this child killer. Apart from that, as I said, I suppose the smartest thing for both of us would be to keep going on as before. You go back to Ark, give Erica a little money and tell her I was sick, and that she will get new paintings soon. What do you think? Do we have an agreement?
Why don't you just go back to Ark? Your daughter misses you.
I might, perhaps. But honestly, with all you hear from the city these days, red madness and so on, I think she might be better off moving here with that smart-assed husband of hers. You know, I like the silence of this place, and I'm too old for the bustle of the great cities. But anyway, what's your answer? Do we have an agreement?
Sure, why not?
Oh, good to hear. Here, take this. It's for Erica. It should be enough to keep the gallery running, at least for the next few moons. And here, this is for you. Now, don't take this personally, but I need some time to myself. Be careful and don't get killed. Yes?
Okay, now with that done, I actually want to go back and see what would have happened if I actually went ahead and attacked her. Alright. Actually, let me do a save here, too. Alright.
Now, if it isn't my new friend. Oh, wow. Such drastic claims. And who told you this, I wonder? The lost king of the fabled empire of old Aranath? Or just one too many bottles of rum?
Cut the act. He knows everything. Just make short work of her, will you? She will try and manipulate you with every word that she says. I know her.
All right, fine. No point in beating around the bush any longer, I suppose. So, where should I begin? Yes, our Zalian friend inside that painting is right. I have those nobles on... And you know what? I don't feel regret. Every one of them. As you wish.
That was intense.
Alright, Reese, what now?
Well, honestly, no idea. Leaf, I just can't believe all this really happened. I keep on hoping it was all a bad dream.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but it isn't. Now I think I've earned myself a reward, don't you?
What? Oh, yes, sure. Here. This is all I have with me right now, but I guess I owe it to you. Anyway, I guess I have to put my thoughts in order. Leaf, she needs a proper burial. We should have never taken this job. Yes?
Sublime garb. Okay. Let me do a save there. Then I want to go back. Because there was actually another option. There was actually another option when I was speaking with Andrasta.
Now, if it isn't my new friend. Oh, wow. Such drastic claims. And who told you this, I wonder? The lost king of the fabled empire of old Aranath? Or just one too many bottles of rum?
Cut the act. He knows everything. Just make short work of her, will you? She will try and manipulate you with every word that she says. I know her.
All right, fine. No point in beating around the bush any longer, I suppose. So, and you know what? I don't feel... thousands of men... The path. Who are we to doubt what fate the path has chosen for us? Malthus alone knows our destiny. You notice something? That shaveling talk for eat shit or die.
Balrak, what are you doing? Just kill her, damn it. Do you have the slightest idea how many people this wench has murdered?
Says the witch hunter from Araziel. Tell me, were you also there at the Purge, 8212? How many magically gifted girls and boys of the free folk did you kill? Only because they dared to worship the gods of their ancestors rather than your civilized Lightborn. I hope your employers paid well for that.
Just kill her for fuck's sake. Kill her.
I hate it when people shout in my house. I know a few dead nobles aren't going to change anything, but at least it's a little justice for those poor souls who have to pay for their decadence in the Undercity. Well, as I see it, Number 2, you make a mistake.
Let's see, where was that option? I guess maybe I gotta do this one first.
It is, believe me. So, that's it. Well, I assume thanks are in order, aren't they? For a moment, as I said, I suppose. What do you think? Do we have an agreement?
Okay, here's the option. We do save for the part with the paintings. You will stop killing people.
Oh, is that an order? How intimidating. But fine, to be honest, this entire craft has gotten tiresome anyway, And I'm not even sure anymore these perfumed bastards are worth my canvases. In other words, I'll stop. Or let's say I will think about it. Here, take this. It's for Erica. It should be enough to keep the gallery running. At least for the next few moons. And here, this is for you. Now, don't take this personally, but I need some time to myself. Be careful and don't get killed. Yes?
Okay. I think I'll go with that option.
Yes?
Alright. It's a fake, it's not real, but the image is nasty. The story went past my head. What was it about? So basically the guy in the painting was part of a organization that killed mages. It was kind of like the Order, but they were their own group, I guess a renegade group. They kind of just did their own thing. And anyways, Reese, that's what the name of the guy was in the painting. Anyways, Reese and Leaf, the organization hired them to go after Andrasta to kill her. And the reason is because she would do a painting of, you know, the rich nobles of Ark, and then she would kill them and capture their soul and trap their souls in the paintings. And that's basically how the paintings seem to come to life or have a life of their own. And so that's what she did. That's what Andrasta was doing. And so then, you know, Reese and Leif, part of this witch hunter organization, they were simply hired to kill her for doing that. And in the process of going about doing that, Andrasta, I guess she painted Reese's picture first and attempted to trap his soul. And that's when Leaf stepped in and stole the painting and ran off with it. And so basically that's what happened. And then so she runs off with the painting, and her and Leaf and Reese ended up, instead of having a full escape, they ended up getting captured by highwaymen, and the highwaymen ended up killing Leif. So, of course, that left Reese stuck in the painting. Yeah, I went ahead and let her live just because that's why I wanted the one option of telling her not to kill nobles anymore. And she kind of said she would think about it, so maybe she will, maybe she won't, I don't know. Oh, right. Oh, crud. Really? Alright. Turn collision off. magical symbol. I haven't seen those in a long time. Let's see here. Cabbage soup. I guess that'll work. Frosty using his pants to make a decision. No, the way the story was, because in a very real sense, the organization that Reese and Leif were a part of were technically no different than Andrasta. I mean, they weren't part of any sanctioned organization to kill witches, which I guess the Order is. So, you know, that organization that Reese and Leif were a part of, they just kind of took it upon themselves to go around killing children and things of that nature who they, I guess they felt, that's why they called it the Purge, because I guess they killed young and old witches and things of that nature, mages. So really, the group that Reese was a part of just really wasn't that much different from what Andrasta was doing. And so I figured, you know, just go ahead and let her live, and hopefully she'll decide not to kill nobles any longer. So I guess it's 6 dozen one way and half dozen the other type of a thing. There's one justification one way and one justification the other way. Okay. Let's see. Let me go back this way because